Bills.
So
Last
okay,
Bills.
so let's transition into that. Let's talk about that, and we're going to talk about Chelsea, Liverpool too, because there's a lot of takes on that. Now, Caicedo
That's a good.
declining Liverpool, and I said, look, I think Caicedo is going to join Liverpool because it's Liverpool. But of course, what Simon Jordan said this, and it's important, and I didn't take that in consideration, is that the kid has built a relationship with Chelsea for a while now. So they're two big clubs, and at the end of the day, of course, he's going to feel more familiar to go with Chelsea. Not to say that the Liverpool is less than Chelsea. That's obviously not the point. But it is a loss for Liverpool, and I think it happened with what was Luis Diaz, if I'm not mistaken. That Chelsea
They
wanted him
got
as
yes.
well.
They swiped him from Spurs.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that would have been obvious. But so I guess you could say, well, it goes around, comes around, right? I mean, at the end, it was. But
Well, I mean, it's like again, it's super duper competitive. Everything is the Premier League. What makes the Premier League so good, and when if I could go on an MLS rant, and what makes the MLS and American sport so crap is this is the most capitalist, cutthroat,
yeah,
play to win league there is. That you cannot rest if you're not progressing, you're going backwards.
yeah.
It's really, really hard, especially for you. We were talking about Brighton and some of these smaller teams. They can't make a single mistake.
But
Liverpool can make little mistakes.
I'll tell you this
Manchester
though.
United can make a lot of mistakes. City can make some mistakes. Small teams can. Their margin for error is tiny. They can't make mistakes.
I will tell you this. I think that this is a big loss for Liverpool, not because they're taking Lavia, because at the end of the day, these are two young players that really could get it done, and we'll see how Caicedo does in a big club as well. Again,
yeah, the freaking out over Lavia is a little much. I mean, the guy got relegated. He's not that good.
But I will say that Caicedo is needed more at Liverpool than Chelsea. I feel like
Absolutely.
I almost
Absolutely.
feel like Caicedo would be their missing piece to actually win the title.
He would absolutely be their missing piece. That's correct.
And the part is that of course you lose him and he goes to Chelsea, but you can't do what you're Liverpool Football Club. And what I've seen around social media is a sadness, as if Gerrard had signed for Chelsea himself. You know what I mean? But it can't be that. You're Liverpool. You have to move on. You know, Romeo Lavia, he might not be, the player that you wanted, but he is still a talented player. I don't agree with you saying that he's not. He sucks. Well, you didn't.
Oh
say
no,
that.
is he ready to be the 6 for Liverpool, a team that wants to win the league? No.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even know if Caicedo is that. Even though they both wanted him.
Right. But Caicedo was a member of a team in Brighton that were fighting for the top 4 all season, are in Europe this season, and he didn't miss a single game for that team. And he led the league. He was the most creative player with the most interceptions and the most blocks in the division. So he clearly has a thing.
But right? We'll agree that I mean, just where they finished off, it could be a contribution of themselves, but I mean, it's a team sport. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to necessarily say, okay, they finished higher, so that's why Caicedo is better than.
Oh no. I understand that. I'm not saying that, but
Sunderland, I mean,
yeah,
come on, and Brighton obviously has done things well, and you have to admit that. But really I mean, you really have to.
Let's just keep in mind, right? Liverpool finished 5 points ahead of Brighton. They're not that far off from each other. Okay,
right.
They're close, and right. I do think Caicedo would have made a huge difference. I mean, he would have looked good in red. He almost would have looked like Wijnaldum, a sort of massive sort of destroyer. And they still the thing is like, you're right. Liverpool shouldn't panic. Go to the next player on the list.
That can't be.
Go find another 6. They're out there.
If you tell me that this was like, if you consider him the best defensive midfielder in the Premier League, and he, which could be, I mean, from what people think, but I'm saying if it's like somebody with name and a superstar, the kind of almost I can't really, or Casemiro per se, could be not now, but before, like one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. So if that happened, then I get it, but I mean, you have to move on. You can't dwell on just a player, and you have to get it done because it's ticking. You got 15 days to get something done. You know what I mean? To get
Yeah,
somebody.
and I think they will. I think it'll be okay. I think Liverpool fans shouldn't panic. They shouldn't freak out.
For top football news, debate, analysis, and opinion, join Top Football Club. Watch live on YouTube or on the Top FC News website, or listen live on the AMP app and on your smart speaker. Top Football Club.